So, my family decided to host a garage sale last weekend to finally clear out the mountain of old stuff that had been accumulating in our garage for years. You know how it is, boxes of dusty books, outdated gadgets, and clothes that were last in style when dial-up internet was still a thing. My sister, ever the optimist, insisted that one man's trash is another man's treasure, while my dad, ever the realist, muttered something about how the only treasure he'd ever found in a garage sale was a 10-year-old jar of pickles. Anyway, we set everything up, hung some signs, and waited for the early birds to swoop in. Things were going pretty smoothly until my neighbor Jim strolled over, looking a bit more flustered than usual. Jim's a nice guy, but he has this habit of parking his old, beat-up sedan just a little too close to our driveway. Turns out, my dad, in a fit of overzealous decluttering, had mistaken Jim's car for one of our own relics. Before any of us realized what had happened, a particularly enthusiastic buyer had snapped it up at a suspiciously low price, thinking he'd struck gold. Needless to say, Jim was not thrilled to find out his car was now part of someone else's collection. Now, here comes the real kicker. Just when we were trying to figure out how to break the news to Jim, and maybe offer him a ride to the DMV, the buyer came back. But he wasn't upset, in fact, he was downright giddy. Turns out, he was a collector of rare Beanie Babies and had discovered that his latest haul was worth more than he ever imagined. He proposed a trade, Jim's car for his entire Beanie Baby collection, complete with Princess the Bear and Peanut the Royal Blue Elephant. My sister's eyes lit up like she'd won the lottery, while Jim just stood there, mouth agape, as if he'd been asked to trade his car for a handful of magic beans. So there we were, standing in the driveway, trying to wrap our heads around this bizarre twist of fate. After a few moments of stunned silence, Jim shrugged and said, "Well, I always did say my car was a bit of a beanie basket case." And just like that, we realized we'd found the ultimate treasure, a story so absurd that even the pickles couldn't top it.